back to another episode of Let's Talk Boxing. I'm Leti.
I'm LB.
And let's talk about the fight with Hector Garcia out of the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Versus Roger Gutierrez out of Venezuela.
Hey.
So, let's get it. What do you think?
Hey, so I'm going to tell you guys like this. Right off the bat, I was excited to watch the return of Hector Garcia for the simple fact of last time out, he beat Chris Colbert. Mm-hmm. And, before that, Chris Colbert was talked about, pretty much people were just thinking he was going to walk in, he was going to get the championship and then he was going to unify with Shakur. So, but we all know that we saw Hector Garcia dominate Chris Colbert.
He was just a substitute like 5 days before.
Yeah, something like either a week or something. Either way, to be a late minute replacement and to dominate him like that, that was impressive. So we were already excited just to see what he would do, against the champion now in Roger Gutierrez. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
And he dominated from, it was like round 1 through 9.
He did.
He dominated every round.
Yeah.
He was a shit. At some point, I thought they were going to stop the fight, Gutierrez corner, because he was getting, hurt throughout the fight.
Yeah.
Garcia kept coming and throwing his punches, and even Gutierrez corner was like, if you don't show me something, I'm going to stop the fight.
Yeah.
So as soon as, to give it to, Guitierrez, as soon as he heard that, he came back and he took those last 3 rounds.
Yeah, it was like, the whole time I was like, okay, when is he going to go? Because he really wasn't throwing punches until the corner told him, like, hey, we're going to stop this fight. And then all of a sudden, that right hand that we've known in the head, all of a sudden started to show up. And once it showed up, it actually wowed Hector Garcia. It actually hurt him. And I'm like, man, if you would have been fighting like that, in the beginning, who knows how that fight would have gone. But, hats off to Hector Garcia. He's a crafty, crafty southpaw. He was countering well. He stood his ground and fought at points. And, I'm excited to see him fight again.
And he did. He took the belt from the champ.
Yep.
The belt from the champ.
Took the belt. And that's exactly how you take it from the champ. Am I right?
Yeah. And it wasn't, they got that scorecard right.
Yeah.
It was unanimous, and it was clearly won, which you got to do if you're going to take the belt from the champ. It has to be clear as shit that you got the win, because if not, they're always going to lean more towards the champ. Yeah. But Hector Garcia did that.
Yeah. And so I'm happy for Hector Garcia because before that Colbert fight, he wasn't even talked about. Then he wins the Colbert fight, and some people think that that was Colbert just didn't fight his game, and then for him to come in and beat the champ like that.
Take that shit.
Hey, that's an amazing performance.
Yep.
That's an amazing performance.
That's a DR and the champ your way.
So we definitely gonna tune in. We tune in to everybody. Yeah. But we gonna be tuning in and check him out. Mm-hmm. With that being said, I got a couple.
Who do you think is
next
for him?
What's
next for him?
Yeah. So over there at Top Rank, they Shakur's made it very clear, like, hey, I want this. I want Undisputed. And Bob Arum is like, oh, no, it doesn't make sense. Those aren't big fights. But I'll say this, you can sell this fight. He went through Chris Colbert, who was, they were talking about unifying before then. He just dominated the champ, so the skills is there. I think he definitely earned a shot, and I think people will tune in to watch him. But then again, it's going to be, the PBC going to work with Top Rank? Probably not, but I would love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try to do a rematch against Guitierrez. What do you think? Did they even have a clause?
You know what? I will say, I don't think that there'll be a rematch unless Hector Garcia agrees, because Hector Garcia is it was a mandatory, and usually you can't put a rematch clause on a mandatory challenger. But there's also, I saw Lamont Roach, who's going to be his mandatory. He's next up for that belt that Hector just won. So he's a good fighter. He only has a loss to Jamel Herring. And so that would be a good matchup. He's over there with Golden Boy. Also, another good one would be O'Shaquie Foster. That's another good matchup for him, if we, that we can see. But yeah, those are all good fights that I'd like to see. But yeah, we're just gonna have to tune in and see what fight gets made. But that's all we got. So thanks for tuning in, y'all.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Or talk your shit. And we out.